Borderlands 4 officially announced for 2025. Borderlands is returning, with the fifth game in the leading franchise announced for 2025. As with most revealed trailers, it didn't reveal much at all. It was a tiny teaser trailer at Gamescom 2024, and the message was incredibly cryptic. Even in the description of the trailer on YouTube, there isn't much for the audience to go on. What we do know is that Borderlands 4 is set to release on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X vertical bar S, and PC. In this next installment of the definitive looter shooter, players will assume the role of a legendary vault hunter as they blast their way through hordes of enemies in search of new treasures on an all-new planet. There isn't much information available besides the fact that the game will be released in 2025. Even the Steam page for the game is incredibly empty, prompting people to wishlist the game with a screenshot of the iconic helmet and the new planet you'll be exploring. The last main franchise game to be released in the Borderlands franchise was Borderlands 3, released in 2019. While plenty of people liked the game and gave it favorable reviews, there was also quite a bit of criticism released, with some even calling it the best and worst of the franchise due to how some of the enemies moved and interacted with the players. Aside from Borderlands 3, the most recent addition to the franchise overall was Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, released in 2022. This game took a very different path to the usual Borderlands style. While it had the same comedy, the same kind of enemies, and the like, you had to build and customize your character using Dungeons and Dragons style stats. Again, while most people who played the game favored it, they felt that the issues of Borderlands 3 had seeped into Tiny Tina's Wonderlands and made it less enjoyable overall. One of the significant flaws with Tiny Tina's Wonderlands was the reward system used, as it felt as if it didn't reward the player at all. The relevance of the tabletop game editions didn't make much sense, nor did it feel much like a tabletop game. It'll be interesting to see what Borderlands 4 has in store for the audience. Will players see any familiar faces throughout the game, or will it introduce entirely new characters for people to love and hate? If you're interested in learning more about Borderlands 4, make sure to wishlist it so you can keep up with any updates that may be announced.